At Christmas dinner, my sister was given a dream lake house worth $350,000. Then, they handed me a letter. I read it aloud, and her smile vanished. I've always been the family disappointment. While my sister Madison lived the golden child life, I chose art school over law school, moved across the country, rarely came home. Madison married a surgeon, had 3 perfect kids, lived in the right neighborhood. I was a freelance graphic designer in a studio apartment with my rescue dog. When Grandpa died last spring, I couldn't make the funeral. I was mid-project, a deadline that would determine if I could pay rent. Mom's voicemail was ice cold. Of course you're too busy. Madison was there. That's what real family does. Christmas Eve. Mom insisted I come home. Something in her tone made me buy the ticket. The house was magazine perfect. Madison's family filled the living room, her kids showing off expensive gifts. I sat in the corner chair that always wobbled, holding gas station wine. After dinner, Dad pulled out a legal folder. We have something to share. Your grandfather left specific instructions. My stomach dropped. Madison sat straighter, practiced smile ready. Dad handed her a thick envelope with a wax seal. She opened it carefully, pulling out a deed. Her hands shook. The lake house. Oh my God, he left me the lake house. The room erupted. That property was worth at least $350,000. Waterfront, private dock, where we'd spent every summer. Madison's husband was already on his phone, calculating property taxes. She stood, tears flowing. I don't know what to say. Grandpa always knew how much I loved that place. Mom hugged her. You deserve it, sweetheart. You were always there for him. Then Dad turned to me. He handed me a thin envelope. This is for you. The room went quiet. Inside was a letter on Grandpa's letterhead. I want you to read it aloud, Dad said. Those were his instructions. I unfolded it slowly. My dear grandson, I began. Madison's smile was plastered on, waiting for whatever small memento I'd received. By now, Madison has the deed to the lake house. I'm sure she's very excited. Madison nodded, clutching the deed like a trophy. I continued. What she doesn't know is that I sold that house 6 months before I died. The room froze. Madison went pale. What? I sold it for $420,000 to a retired couple from Minnesota. The deed in Madison's hands is worthless. I did this intentionally. Madison's hands shook. Her husband grabbed the deed, studying it desperately. I needed to know who really cared. For 5 years, Madison visited exactly 4 times. Every visit came within a week of asking for money. $15,000 for a kitchen remodel, $8,000 for private school tuition, $22,000 for that medical emergency that turned out to be elective plastic surgery. Mom's face went completely white. Meanwhile, my other grandson called every Sunday, sent me terrible drawings from his art projects. Flew home twice when I was sick, even though it meant losing work. Never asked for a dime. My voice cracked. Madison, you get the deed to a house I no longer own. Consider it a souvenir of the relationship you thought we had. Madison stood, shaking. This isn't real. He wouldn't. Dad, tell me this is some sick joke. Dad couldn't look at her. I turned to the last page. To my grandson with the rescue dog and the wobbling chair, I leave the remainder of my estate. Approximately $740,000 in investments and savings. Use it to buy your own studio, adopt more dogs, and maybe fix that chair. The executor of my estate is my attorney, Richard Chen. He has all documentation. Signed, your grandfather who actually paid attention. I folded the letter. The room was dead silent, except for Madison's sharp breathing. You planned this, she hissed. You manipulated a dying old man. I didn't even know, I said quietly. I just called him every week to talk. Her husband was pulling up real estate records on his phone, confirming the sale. Madison had been clutching a worthless piece of paper, living her winter moment, while I'd been holding $740,000. Mom started crying. He was confused. Senile. We can contest this. Dad shook his head. Richard already warned me. The will is ironclad. Medical records prove complete mental competency. Madison grabbed her coat. I'm done with this family. She looked at me with pure hatred. I hope you choke on that money. They left, taking the useless deed with them. The room emptied fast. I sat in that wobbling chair, staring at Grandpa's letter. He'd seen everything. Every fake smile, every manipulation, every Sunday phone call I thought didn't matter. Turns out, someone was paying attention after all.